So in this video, I'm going to show you guys what you can do if you're trying to pixel search something that's flashing or transparent. I've made a little GIF here to demonstrate my point. You can see that this color pink is flashing. Say we had a function. If we detect the color pink, let's return that we found the color. However, if we didn't find the color pink, let's return that there was no color pink. Well, it's flashing, so it's going to return both values constantly and the program will break. So first, I want to explain it from a conceptual standpoint to try to make it easier to follow. What we're going to do is we're going to make a loop, and we're going to loop the pixel search 10 times. Each time it detects the color pink, it's going to add 1 to a variable we're going to create called pink detected. If pink was not detected, we'll add 1 to the variable called pink not detected. And it will do that, say, 10 times. So it's going to loop 10 times trying to see if the color pink was detected. After it's done looping, it's going to count the number of times it detected pink and the number of times it did not detect pink. If it detected pink more times than it detected not pink, we will assume that the color pink is present. So let's get started. As you can see, I've deleted the code, and we're going to start off by making 5 global variables. Global, and we're going to start the first one with pink detected, and we're going to set this to 0. I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to do the second variable is pink not detected. The third variable we're going to set to num color checks. Next variable will be max color checks, and we're going to set that to 10. Now you can set that to whatever you want, but for this video we're going to set it to 10. We're going to make one last variable, and we're going to call this is pink, and we're going to set this to false. So like I explained a moment ago, we're going to have a loop that counts the number of times it detects pink and counts the number of times it does not detect pink. It's going to loop this a total of 10 times, and if the number of pinks detected is greater than the number of pinks not detected, this variable is pink will turn to true. Now for this video, I'm going to split this up into 2 functions. You don't have to do this, but I feel like it's a little easier when we do it in 2 separate functions. Let's start off by making a pixel search function. So we're going to do func, and let's just call it pixel search. Now we're going to do a pixel search real quick. We're going to do chord equals pixel search. I'm going to grab the coordinates real quick. Just like before, I'm going to just have it do the lower half of the screen, and the color is going to be the color pink. So here I have the color pink that we're going to be searching for. If you want, go ahead and get the color ID of the picture now while it's still, and then you can test your function using the YouTube video. So I've pasted the color ID in. Now let's turn this into a pixel search. If not at error, then, and we're going to take the number of pinks detected, and we're going to say pink detected equals pink detected plus 1. We'll do else if at error, then, and let's copy pinks not detected, paste it in there, and then do and if. Forgot to do the pinks detected equals pink detected plus 1. And now we're going to have to return the value of pinks detected and pinks not detected. So return pink not detected, copy that, and we're going to return the numbers of pink detected. So what we have here is a single pixel search. When we call this function, it will do 1 check to see if it has detected the color pink. Now we're going to call this function in another function that's doing a loop. Let's make a new function, and we're going to call this is pink, meaning is there pink. In this function, we're going to make a do until loop. So do, and we're going to say our pixel search function until the number of color checks is greater than or equal to the max number of color checks. Let's add a sleep after we call our pixel search function, and let's make it 500 milliseconds. The reason we're doing this is if you see on the GIF, it's flashing at a certain speed. If we don't have this sleep, it's going to do the pixel search immediately, and it won't really get varied data. So we want to give it a bit of a break, a pause in between its searching. So now it's basically done. It'll do the pixel search 10 times, and it'll find out how many pinks were detected and how many not pinks were detected, but now we need to add it up. So now let's make an if statement. We're going to say if pink detected is greater than, let's say greater than or equal to the number of pinks not detected. Then we're gonna set is pink to true, and we're gonna return is pink. Now, you don't have to return it. You can just write inside of here, put your tooltip, hey, we detected pink or whatever, but I'm trying to make this how you would use it. So if you were pixel searching to say, see something that was flashing, you're not gonna have the rest of your code right here. You're gonna call the next function, which is what you'll do if the color was detected. So we've returned the color as pink. And actually, instead of having an end if here, let's do else. We're gonna say that is pink is false. And then we've got our end if. Actually, we gotta do a return, and then we'll do is pink. And we need to increase the number of color checks. So we're gonna do our pixel search, sleep for half a second, and then we're going to take our number of color checks equals the number of color checks plus 1. So every time it does the search, it's gonna add 1. Now that's done. So both of our functions are done, but now we have to actually call them in order to make them work. So I am simply going to call the function is pink. I'm going to set a slight delay of 2 seconds before the function gets called, so I have enough time to bring up this GIF. Also, when we're done and we've got the value, we're going to want to do a tooltip, and we're just going to do tooltip is pink, or actually, sorry, yes, is pink the variable, and let's have this sleep for 15,000, meaning 15 seconds. The reason I'm having it set to this is because you guys don't have this GIF, so you can run the program on your end using this YouTube video, and then when the script is done, you can exit full screen and you'll be able to still see your tooltip. With that said, let's check it out. All right, the program is running and we got a true. If you notice, the program took a little while to get the answer. It's because of two things really. The first is we're sleeping for half a second in between each pixel search, so it's gonna take about 5 seconds to get the result because our max is set to 10. Also, we are calling this function is pink, which inside of it is a loop that's going to call another function, pixel search. Now, I don't think this is going to slow it down too much, but I think that's also partially why it took a little while. You won't always be using this method because pixel searching isn't always this complicated, but sometimes you're going to need to get the color of something that's flashing or something that's transparent, and this is how you can do that. When you're making your own bot, depending on what you need it to do, you might increase the max color checks or decrease the max color checks. Maybe you'll increase or decrease this sleep here. These are basically just so you can handle the fact that this is flashing, or maybe it's, you know, slightly transparent. Again, like I said earlier, if you had no sleep, the thing would finish almost instantly and it wouldn't detect anything except whatever was there at the time. Maybe the way it flashes, 10 max color checks isn't enough. Maybe you need to set it to 20 so you can really be sure and get a absolute certainty. Regardless, it's up to you how you guys use it, and that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.